8-year-old retarded boy. And he's gonna have some questions. It's a bad story. Even if you're really good at telling stories. You sit him down. Well, Bobby, once upon a time, God was mad at all the people in the world. Instead of telling them what they were doing wrong and offering guidance, he decided to go ahead and drown everyone. Only told one man. Just a random man picked him out of a crowd. He wasn't a special guy. In fact, he was 600 years old and a drunk. Anyway, God told Noah to build a boat, and he and his family would be the only people to survive the flood. Because apparently, all the other people with boats, their ship didn't work. Anyway, God got 2 of each animal to come to Noah on foot from all over the world. And they willingly boarded the boat and got into cages. They sailed away for 40 days and 40 nights, and civilization began anew.
8-year-old retarded boy's gonna go. Oh, there's a lot of holes in that story. Oh, wait a minute. Holy shit. Let me sit down for this one. First of all, how big is this boat we're talking about here? Millions of animals and all on one boat. One guy built this boat. How long did that take? When did he get all the wood? 600 years seems a little old for a fella to be taking on a project of this magnitude. The animals come on foot. The world is 24,000 miles long and 3/4 is covered with water. What did the animals eat when they was on this boat for 40 days? These animals like to eat other animals! I'm not that retarded! You motherfucker! You didn't figure it out at all! You just made that shit up and you wrote it on! All people come from Noah, Noah's a white guy. Where the fuck do all the black people come from? What exactly did they eat once they got off the boat? You fucking asshole! You didn't plan this at all! He's a retard. Let's just wing it. No, I'm just kidding. It's all real. It's all real.
Yes, it is. Yes.
You don't want to see.
What's that?
You don't want to see pictures of a fucking art video. He's working on the archaeologist team that fucking digging up.
Oh, you just bring that guy in here.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? This is wonderful.
You're not going to believe this. Michael Hughes with White Archaeology. I'm not going to say we actually found the art, but I can tell you what we found. First of all, I'm a documenter. If somebody claims they've made an incredible discovery, our company actually checks it out. Says, okay, what do you have? What tests have you done? And then checks it out. So let's say you found a sword or something from Solomon.
Okay.
And you spent your life looking for it. Well, just because you just dug it up last week doesn't mean anybody's going to believe that.
Right.
So an archaeologist will actually look for a documenter that'll, check it out and say, okay. And we actually fund expeditions to back up what somebody claimed. Now, I'm going to tell you, the shots I'll show you will kind of blow your mind. But our job's not to say what it is.
Right.
Our job's just confirm what they found. So I think you.
So you really believe? I'm confused though. Do you really believe that it's Noah's Ark?
All right. Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you what about. Okay. First of all, they did find a boat-shaped object in the mountains of Ararat that's 515 feet long.
That should be enough for all the animals. About 515 feet?
Yeah.
For about 100 million species? That seems about right.
Well, I don't know. Okay, it's about 515
As long as they keep the hippos off.
Yeah.
Can you even get 2 hippos on a 500-foot boat?
Anyway, if you saw the shots, how many, just the things that were found, it's a cool thing. At the very least, you might be able to use some more material.
Isn't it possible that maybe it's just a boat?
Yeah, it could be.
Well, why would anybody assume that boat would make
there would be any connection in history to a crazy story about a dude who got all the animals to come on his boat because God talked to him, told him it was going to rain, and he was going to drown everybody because everybody wasn't paying attention. Just think about all that stuff.
I think it makes sense.
How could that be Noah's Ark? It's just wood.
No. You don't actually have wood there anymore.
Well, whatever it is, even if it's a boat, even if it was a solid boat, it's still just a boat.
Here's the thing.
Unless you found like camel shit right next to rhino shit.
Well, actually, we do have samples of that.
You have camel shit?
We've actually taken core samples and found different species of animals of remains. We've got 12 anchors. We've got
12 anchors again should be about enough for hundreds of million species of animals.
There was probably more than that, but
about 12 anchors.
What do you do when you find this on a 6,000-foot peak in the hills? But at the very least, I could just show you what they found.
Well, without a doubt, this Earth has over the last thousands and thousands of years has gone through some pretty huge cataclysmic events.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they know for a fact that at one point in time, where Montana is right now, that's where all the megalodons were. They find megalodon fossils, that gigantic shark, those huge teeth. They find them in the mountains of Montana, and that's 600 million years ago. So they know that no matter what, there's some crazy shit has happened to this planet, without a doubt. So it's very conceivable that at one point in time there was a huge flood in that region, and that's why there's a boat stuck up there. It's very possible.
It is pretty possible, but I can confirm we do have something that matches dead nuts to what the story is. We also know there's over 200 cultures have the same story.
Right. Epic of Gilgamesh is the original one, right?
Yeah, that's one of the oldest ones that we know of, but it's a cool coincidence.
Yeah, well, I think what the story of Noah's Ark is, what it really is all about, is that at one point in time, I think there was a huge disaster. And I think it's probably happened more than once, where like meteors hit, or, a shifting of the polar ice cap, or something huge, where it's just like it kills like 90% of the people. And the people that are remaining, they have a story. And the story of a great disaster, that some people got away, and those stories, the story of the great disaster, and some person got away, over time, that person becomes the great hero, the savior, and they talk about him around the campfire. And his legend grows. And when you have a story that's told in oral tradition for over 1,000 years before it's ever written in ancient Hebrew, and to this day, they only know 3 out of 4 words in ancient Hebrew. To this day, 25% of all the words are told, they have no idea what it means. And in ancient Hebrew, there was no numbers. So letters also double as numbers. So you lose all the numeric value that's important in the text, like the word God and the word love. They have the same numeric value, and that's very important for sentencing. And when that was translated into Latin, it was translated into Greek, they lost all of that shit. And that's all these stories. So the story, thousands of years of people bullshitting around a campfire, to the original text being indecipherable, to what they have today. How could anybody think that's real? You would have to be fucking crazy to think that really happened. That God talked to one guy and got all the animals from all over the world and put them on a boat. That makes zero sense. When you know people are liars, you know people are weak. Even most religious people are completely full of shit. And if after all that, you think that story's real, that's insane.
When you actually see the evidence about a boat,